So let's talk about tri-foldable cell phones, because with the recent report that Samsung is scaling down their units of the Z Fold 7 already because they're expecting not to sell that much due to the fact that Z Fold 6 wasn't that successful. I don't know if they're going to do a tri-foldable cell phone at this point. The reports are they're going to release a Galaxy Z Fold 7 special edition next year with the Z Fold 7, which will be international. And then they're going to release a tri-foldable cell phone. Now, again, it's only going to be released in South Korea and European countries and China. So it's not like it's going to be a huge, everyone gets this tri-foldable cell phone. But I kind of feel like if Samsung is thinking logical here, you kind of don't go for that strategy. And you kind of scale back even more. Kind of focus more on the Z Fold series rather than try to branch out to these other exotic type looks. And I know Samsung, as a company, they like to do this, right? They like to push the envelope. They like to add things that make things interesting and get into different markets. But I really don't think the tri-foldable cell phone market is ever going to take off. And I know that's crazy to say that because a lot of people said that about the foldable phone market. But it's one, price tag, two, durability, and three, it's just the practicability of them. Yes, tri-foldable cell phones are awesome, but they're pretty much in this equivalent now. They're tablets. They're 10-inch tablets and with durability issues. And once you get out of that foldable cell phone type atmosphere where this is no longer revolved around being a cell phone, this is now a tablet. Now you're competing with a tablet market, no longer competing with a cell phone market. Z Fold is a cell phone. I know we make jokes, it's a tablet and it looks like a tablet, but it's a cell phone. Same thing with the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold. Same thing with the OnePlus Open. It's a phone that looks like a tablet. The problem becomes once you get in that 10-inch space, now you're actually talking about a tablet because it's $3,000+. That's when you start to kind of compete with other tablet manufacturers. And I just don't think it's going to work. I really don't. And I think Samsung, especially with the fact that, Z Fold 6 really failed, Z Fold 7, we'll see how that turns out. They should kind of take a step back and worry more about making the Z Fold 7 better, making the Z Fold 8 better, making the Z Fold series really take off again, rather than putting, other things into it with tri-foldable cell phones. I love the idea and I love the fact that they're pushing the envelope, but if we're being honest here, Samsung isn't really in a boat right now that they can experiment. You got Google, who's really taking off with their Pixel 9 Pro Fold. You have the OnePlus Open 2 coming out soon. Well, next year. You have other foldable phone manufacturers that want to get into this market. Samsung was the top dog for so long, and before Google came around, if Google never released their cell phone, never released their Z Fold series cell phone, I would say, yeah, Samsung, you control the market. You're the monopoly. You have all the control. Do whatever you want to do. If you want to go out there and, try a tri-foldable cell phone, do it. But now with all these other manufacturers, and again, very successful, I think Samsung right now, they should probably try to get back into being the top dog, or at least contending with the other top dogs. Because I don't know how many people, really in 2025, who's thinking about buying a foldable cell phone, how many people are like, yeah, I want a Z Fold 7, rather than saying I want a Pixel 10 Pro Fold, or saying I want a OnePlus Open 2. Like, there's not many people who are going to say they want a Z Fold 7. Z Fold 7 is just a Z Fold 6 special edition. That's all it is. And then you have with the the OnePlus Open 2 that is coming out with the Snapdragon Elite processor. And then you got a complete new Tensor G5 chip with the Google Pixel 10 Pro Fold, which is considered to be one of the best optimized / power hungry chips out there. Google's releasing a completely different system for their chip with the 10 Pro Fold. And then you got a Snapdragon 8 Elite, 8 Elite processor in the OnePlus Open 2. And I know Samsung's going to probably release the Elite processor in their Z Fold 7, but you got a lot of competition here now. This isn't just a Samsung show anymore. So if you're Samsung, I probably hold back when trying to get into this market. Just worry about what you can right now, which is still competing with the other top dogs in the industry. You know, there was a point in time where Intel was the main dog. AMD was a joke. It was nothing. No one cared about AMD. Everyone just did Intel, Intel, Intel. AMD was the smallest little thing. Android used to be very small compared to iOS. Compared to iPhones. iPhones was the dominant one. Oh, you have an Android? Ugh, why do you have an Android? You should have an iPhone. Now Androids are really good. And Samsung and all these companies have really blossomed. Things can change very quickly, Samsung. And they're starting to shift in a negative way toward you guys. And you guys already have to lower your units because of it. See you guys next one. Peace.